Today, Mercedes-Benz is a global titan of luxury and precision, but the machine that started it all was a shaking, smoking wooden trike that many early observers considered a public nuisance. The inventor was German engineer Karl Benz. He designed the vehicle with a singular focus on mechanical efficiency, perfecting the internal systems long before he considered how the public might actually react to them. His 1886 patent detailed a rear-mounted 954cc single-cylinder four-stroke engine, producing roughly 0.75 horsepower. It was steered using a front tiller handlebar, and a single-speed belt drive allowed a maximum speed of 16 kilometers per hour. While Benz had successfully engineered a working vehicle, he had yet to demonstrate its value to a world that had relied on horse-drawn transport for centuries. Benz attempted to demonstrate the motor wagon publicly on the Ringstrasse in Mannheim on July 3, 1886. The reaction was overwhelmingly skeptical. Locals found the engine's noise and smoke terrifying, leading some to file police complaints against the devilish machine. This public rejection meant commercial stagnation. Without interested buyers, Karl Benz struggled to keep his business afloat and began to doubt the future of his invention. The world's first gasoline-powered automobile was confined to a workshop, unproven in the real world, and on the verge of becoming a historical footnote. Seeing her husband struggle, Bertha Benz decided to solve the public relations crisis by demonstrating the car's utility herself. In August 1888, she woke up early and took the Model 3 motor wagon without Karl's permission. Accompanied by her two teenage sons, she set off on a 106-kilometer drive from Mannheim to Pforzheim. The journey immediately hit a logistical wall. The car ran on Ligroin, a petroleum solvent that wasn't sold at any dedicated fueling stations. Bertha stopped at a pharmacy in Wieslach and bought their entire stock of Ligroin, turning the apothecary into the first filling station. This improvised stop proved that the automobile could find the resources it needed to survive long distances, even before any formal infrastructure existed. Mechanical failures were constant. A fuel line became clogged with debris, and an ignition wire developed a short circuit. Bertha used her own clothing to fix the machine on the side of the road. She used a long hat pin to clear the fuel line and wrapped her fabric garter around the ignition wire to act as insulation. On steep downhill slopes, the car's weight overwhelmed the wooden brakes. The blocks wore down, losing friction. Bertha had a cobbler nail leather strips onto the brake shoes, increasing friction and creating the first brake linings. These repairs transformed the motor wagon from a fragile laboratory experiment into a resilient tool that could be maintained and operated in the wild. Bertha successfully arrived in Pforzheim by nightfall, completing the world's first long-distance automotive road trip. Her arrival generated massive publicity across Germany. The news of a successful 106-kilometer journey began to shift the public perception of the devilish machine toward a reliable form of transport. She returned to Karl with essential data for the car's next iteration, specifically the need for a low-gear system to help the small engine climb hills. The trip served as the ultimate beta test, providing both the mechanical feedback needed to refine the design and the public proof required to launch a commercial product. Following the success of the trip, Benz began commercial production. Between 1886 and 1893, the company sold 25 units of the patent motor wagon. These initial sales established Benz & CE, which grew into a global automotive leader, before eventually merging to form the modern Mercedes-Benz Corporation. The original 1885 patent motor wagon is now preserved at the Deutsches Museum in Munich, standing as a physical record of the first practical car. Bertha Benz' 106-kilometer journey successfully moved the automobile out of the workshop and into the public imagination, transforming a skeptical world into a motorized one.